Practicing Christianity in the workplace can be difficult, especially if you work in a secular environment. Oftentimes, you may wonder if it's okay to speak up during certain situations. There may be times when we are asked to do something that is contrary to our personal moral or ethical code, or otherwise makes us feel uncomfortable because it simply does not seem like the right thing to do. So how should you conduct yourself in the workplace when you're asked to do something contrary to your religious views? Speaking up at work in certain situations may be risky. It's possible that there will be consequences to these actions. For example, an employer may ask an employee to change some numbers on a report to give the impression that the company was bringing in more money than they actually were. This would place the employee in a compromising position. On the one hand, if they comply and replace the current information with false information, it might help put the organization in a better place. However, if the employee speaks up stating that she is not comfortable falsifying the documents, then there could be consequences. Even contemporary whistleblower laws do not guarantee an employee will not be subjected to disciplinary action by an employer. Still, we should not be dissuaded from doing the right thing. How should a person respond to this type of dilemma? When someone speaks up in difficult predicaments, at times they are also speaking on behalf of others. Consider that there is more at stake than just the deceptive information between the employee and her boss. There are co-workers who could be affected, which could strain work relationships. The organization and its stakeholders could also be harmed if the false information eventually becomes revealed. Consider the situation of Esther. Esther was reluctant to speak to her husband, the king, regarding the chief minister Haman's plot to massacre the Jews. If she spoke up, it could have led to dire consequences, and possibly even her death. It was Esther's cousin Mordecai that persuaded her to get involved, stating that she had a responsibility to speak for those that could not speak for themselves. There are exceptions for telling the truth. For example, not giving a child full details to a story because they are not mature enough to fully understand. However, truth-telling in the workplace is important. It ensures that we treat those with whom we conduct business respectfully and is critical for creating a properly functioning marketplace. It also assures that we do not compromise our Christian worldview and personal code of ethics.